Peace to the family. Thank you all for joining me today. It's your boy, your host, AD, known as Alex Dorsey, and welcome back. So today, we got this little workbook here. That's how they be doing in little Emma Smart videos. They be like that. So we got this workbook right here, and it's over our habits. And most of the time, when we are trying to elevate and change, we don't really see the actual things that are affecting us. Sometimes we just say it's our diet. Sometimes we just say it's my mindset. Another way we say it's just like, it's the people around me. But what if it's a deeper thing, and it's about the little things that we do that create the big things, right? And excuse me, my nose and stuff. This season weather change is like fucking with my nose, so I'm just gonna herb up. But if you are dealing with congestion, a good way to stop that diet, learn, you can get some lemon peel, orange peel, cayenne pepper. You can even throw some turmeric in there. Get some boiling water. Let the water boil. Get a towel. Put your face over it. It'll break all that down. So I didn't do that this morning. I kind of got up, got dressed, and just got to moving. And then I sat down. It's like I got to writing, and I want to like bring this to you because, as this book says, throughout the hustle and bustle everyday life, it can become very easy to get stuck in life patterns and habits that we are know unhealthy, and they become as difficult for us to let go of them. We are encouraging guidance and well-organized exercises. So sometimes, let's say, and this happens to all of us, we get stuck in a place of survival. And when we are living in survival, we are doing everything we can just to have a footing into the next day. Making sure we have much money as we can, making sure we have at least something to eat, and let alone don't you have kids, and I'm not saying don't have kids, but let's say you have kids and you are in a survival thought. You're not even gonna think about yourself. Everything you're gonna be doing is for your kids. I have seen it, seen my family do it, seen lots of people do it. So, and I don't want to wish that upon nobody. I don't even want that for myself. I don't even want to see my enemy doing it. Right? Because survival, when you're survival, you do the most lowest things. When you in a state of low vibration, because that's what survival puts you in a low state vibration. And when we are talking about spirituality, when we're talking about raising ourselves to the highest good, becoming a part of the initiation process, ascending, it starts with our habits. And as much as we like to think about spiritual things or metaphysical things, we get in this mind state that these are advanced things and these things are so powerful, blah blah blah. But realizing how powerful it is understanding the small things that it affects. Sometimes when we think about how powerful things are, we look at how much effect that it can do in a simple times being. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my nose is running. Sorry about that, tribe. I had to handle that. Didn't want to be out here with a wet ass nose on the camera. So now, like I said, we think about how on a large scale we think that power or a lot of things are affected by a big thing, but really a lot of things are affected from small things, like small appliances, small effects, right? All the time how we get the big stuff is how we notice the small stuff happening, right? the the events that led up to the explosion, right? Let's think about people having an outburst or outbreak, right? Most times people who have an outbreak is dealing with the small things that led to it, right? Constantly holding in, the constant gaslighting, the constant bickering, the constant picking on them, right? It just bubbles up, bubbles up, bubbles up, right? Until you got, like, look at this pencil holder, right? I can only fit so much more in here. The more stuff I stick out, the more it's just going to just be like hanging, and it's going to be sticking out till it just falls off the cup, or the cup can't fit no more, and then I'll have to empty the cup, right? Sometimes we want to empty things before it just gets too much and it's just so heavy, right? So don't don't think that big things happen because something did something big. No, the big things happen is because someone was doing something small, and those effects kept adding up over time. We think about, how did I get here in my life? And we wasn't thinking about the small things we was doing. We wasn't thinking about the habits that was in play. And those habits are creating your life. If we think about the law of attraction, it deals with our action. And when we think about action, we think about Mars, right? So, and Mars consists of a lot of things and deals with it, but it deals with your action, your will. So, and if we understand will and power, if we take the time out our day to like understand those two things, and then when we just dissect the word Mars, we get the word war, right? The anagram for Mars is war. War is the anagram for Mars. And when we think about war, war is a type of purification. People have war to purify, right? And that is to get rid of a thing that, so like when we think about the war that's happening, right, we want a purification. So we're trying to get rid of something that's stopping us from doing the one thing we want. If we think about great battles that created our society today, or we think about the battles that happened in ancient times that created a catalyst for things to happen, because you know what they say, whoever wins the war controls the history, the people, and more. So, and you can't say that we're not a conquered people. You know, you can't say that our land hasn't been taken and we are stuck. We are eating from the fruits of the last war, you know, seeing the last labor from it. Now, and I don't want to distract you all this stuff I'm talking about from the initial goal is dealing with our habits, but I'm bringing this up because you need to start a war with inside yourself, and that war is going to be the great cause of your salvation, right? Think about people from different areas, right? Or certain shows, right? Everybody wants peace, right? But if you want peace, you gotta be willing to go to war for it, because you have to purify the thing that's keeping you from peace. But what your peace was, what is your hell might be someone's heaven. So all these times when we see war, we see these people fighting and causing conflict, but it's really dealing with another person's mission and this person's mission, and they end up colliding. It's like light and darkness, and that war is an ongoing war until balance is interceded. And that's what a lot of shows try to tell you, like Avatar. When Aang was the Avatar at the moment, and when he went to war, he didn't want to kill. He didn't want to kill the Fire Lord. He ended up finding a way to take away his bending. So, and a lot of people don't want war. And there's a lot of ways to fight a war without going to war. But we'll say that for a different convo. So I'm going to read some things in this book to you, and to help you to deal with your habits, because habits are the catalyst into creating your life. And if you think that your habit is not affecting you in a good way or a bad way, then I want you to reflect and think about all the things you're doing today. You know, and if you can get this workbook and join me in working with it, you know, or you could join the Discord down below, and you'll see me post things in the Discord like this to help us stay focused. The Discord, we do a lot of communicating there. We try to help each other physically and mentally, and don't think we out here doing nasty things because I just said we trying to help each other physically, but we talking about in a holistic herbal way. We're trying to talk about practices to help you free yourself and your mind. Um, so when you join this Discord, don't be on no freaknik shit. Promote your business, of course. You know what I'm saying? Promote yourself, promote others. This is community we building, and we trying to ascertain from nasty things. So if you see somebody in Discord like, oh, you think she cute, don't hit her up on Discord. Don't hit her up on Discord. Okay? Same thing for the ladies. Don't hit them up on Discord. Hit them up in his DM or something. Just don't use Discord or our chat to condone and things that doesn't serve us or you. So enough with that. Let's get started to this book. So, what is a habit? A habit can be any behavior you do that is automatic. Something you do that you may not even be aware of while it's happening. It's a behavior that has become second nature. And while it may not have started out that way, it has become habitual over time. An example of daily habit could be something as simple as biting your nails when you are nervous, overeating when you are stressed, expressing gratitude, or even checking your phone mindlessly scrolling through social media. It's not only when habit-type behaviors are brought into your awareness that you are able to notice them in the moment. This is often initiated by some type of external trigger. For example, maybe while biting your nails during an argument with a friend, you bite too hard and it hurts. That instant feeling of pain almost shocks you out of your habitual nail biting, allowing you to notice the behavior at the time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Or maybe while out to dinner on a date, you're habitually scrolling through your phone looking at social media posts. The waitress comes over to your table and asks you for your drink order. Then grabs your attention away from the picture of your old college roommate's new puppy and redirects you to the present moment. In this moment, that behavior changes can be made. As I always like to say when working with patients, the power is in the pause. So where do these habits come from? How they form? If we think about how our worlds were shaped throughout our upbringing. I am butchering the fuck out of this, but I got it, y'all. I went to public school, damn it. Anyway, if we think about how our worlds were shaped throughout our upbringing, we are expressed to numerous behavior patterns by those within our immediate environments. I'm not fucking up the video. Here I come. So before we was interrupted, y'all. Shout out to black moms, white moms, Asian moms, period. Love your mamas. They might bug you, but cherish them, love them, and if anything, respect them. They give you guidance, and you can give them guidance by not telling what to do, by living righteously in your actions and following God. Your parents will see you and even want to follow you or ask you, but the goal is not to follow nobody. The goal is to be guided by God and listen to your deepest and inner self. But you can't do that if you don't got no control of your habits, right? So let's keep reading. We were exposed to numerous behavior patterns by those within our immediate environments. We learned and subsequently modeled ways of interacting with the world around us and how to view ourselves in relation to others. As a child, we internalize the interaction styles and self-narratives given to us, which over time becomes patterns. Simply put, a pattern is a behavior that sticks with time. In fact, patterns are all around us, not just in our behaviors, Patterns are found in nature, mathematical language, even in the creation of city blocks. They are what make our world more predictable. A way to achieve consistency out of chaos and uncertainty. Patterns will generally have more familiar quality to them. This is because they are based upon the long-standing beliefs we have about ourselves, stemming from our childhood. They are predictable and persuasive interaction styles that we apply within ourselves and our relationships. Things we continually fall back on without giving them much thought. It is these behaviors, patterns that lead to creation of habits. As our patterns become familiar over a lifetime, our behaviors more frequent habits are formed. So this talks about our habits, right? But this also gets into the role our brain plays. Human beings are creatures of habit. We crave predictability, structure, and routine. We like to know what is coming next. Patterns and habits do just this. They offer a guideline, a rule book of sorts, which allow our brain to deal with other things in our environment that require our attention. For example, imagine driving a car for the first time and paying attention to every single component necessary to operate it effectively. We will have significantly fewer attentional resources to concentrate on anything else, such as other cars, stop signs, and road conditions. This is exactly why we would first practice in an empty parking lot and not a busy highway during rush hour traffic. The reduction of surrounding stimuli and distraction will be necessary to focus on the task at hand. Habits allow us to do things with little cognitive effort so that we can focus on our new information or unperspective problems. So, I really hope you guys are grabbing this. I hope you guys are following along. Something simple, nothing too advanced, right? But I want you to also get a load of this, right? So, as we talked about finding good habits, right? Like I said, we come from a metaphysical, spiritual approach, and that deals with understanding patterns, right? And they say patterns make up of our life and our constant creation. So, let's get into tarot, and I'm gonna make a separate video about tarot, and we can get into these cards so you can like understand them, get the downloads what they're for. Most people who have seen me do tarot videos understand what we're doing, but for the newcomers and the people who want to get into tarot, I got you. But I'm not gonna pull a card. I'm looking for a specific card to show you, and you're like, why am I shuffling? Because I just want to look good, look cool, because I'm him. I'm just playing, y'all. But anyway, so I'm just being me, man. I'm pretty random. Like we can have a conversation. We be talking about A, somehow I'll jump to D, and you be like, whoa, how we get here? I'll be like, I got you. I'll catch you up, because obviously you didn't hear me talking faster than you were going. But you know, I try to bear with people, because not everybody is like me. You know, I have my moments where I'm just like, what's up? And then most days I'm almost like, I'm here. What's the word? Where the I at? But so I bet I shuffled it right on the top because I'm a G. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, but it's in here. I'm gonna find it quick because I know what it looks like. But I want to bring a tarot card and something you can focus your mind on, right? And if you've been with the Hierophants, we talked about this on our episode, so go check it out. Thinking it was in the sidereal astrology, and we talked about the conjunctions. So get into that. We brought up these two cards, and first card I want to bring to you is the Emperor card. And as you see these small little letters, you got Tzadi, which means fish hook, right? And this is a Hebrew letter. And Hebrew letter also represents numbers and definitions within each letter. So when we think about Tzadi and when we think about the Emperor, we are embodying responsibility. We are embodying structure. we are having the drive, the willpower, the action, right? And this is dealing with Mars too, because Aries is governed by Mars in the first house. So, to put this in practical information, because with tarot cards it can be confusing, but these cards are to help you focus on your mind state, to help you raise your consciousness, right? When we think about certain things to help us stay focused and patterns, you want to be able to focus on something that you can always reflect on, keep your mind boom. And the way you can do that was with tarot cards, the imagery, the color, right? You see the ram in the back. You see the ram in the back standing tall, standing on business. You see him holding a spear, right? A glass, a orb, right? Let me look at it myself, right? So, and you see him holding a wand, holding that wand, right? You see how his leg is representing a 4, and when we think about 4s in the tree of life, 4 represents chest, right? And that's below the abyss. So we are dealing with the aspect of the material world, because being below the abyss is being in a place of like lower consciousness, right? The tree of life is an emanation of 1 through 10, and the emanation started when God realized himself, which is 1. The 8th year, the spirit realized himself, and then he reflected on himself, causing 2. So understanding how these numbers were created is like understanding the modes of consciousness. And this card is like the card of like will, direction, strong consciousness, having a mission, having a responsibility. But and you're wondering, how does this deal with our habits, right? Well, it's having a particular focus, and then to deal with our habits is to understand, to be able to adjust. And this card represents Libra, representing the scales. The Hebrew letter lamb, where literally a ox goad is to point, right? It's used to carry sheep. Like when the sheep is like trying to get, when the farmer's controlling the sheep and the sheep is walking, he's poking his ass like, get your ass over here. No, don't go that way. Go right, nigga. Go right. You need to turn right, then turn left and go straight for the rest of the way, right? So you need to adjust. You need to be able to stay on your grind, but like soon, like everything in this world is not always gonna go as planned. Like you need to understand that things are not always gonna go as planned. That's just not because of you not being directed or you not being guided, but it's like a test. Stress is a good thing just as much as it's a bad thing. The things that can hurt you is the same thing that can heal you. So you need to understand the to understand how to work your scale, right? To be able to adjust. Soon as your scale, or like think of your mind state, soon as you are running off, right? Soon as you're not present, soon as you not focus on your task at hand, soon as you like get to scrolling again, get to biting your nails. I'm a nail biter. I need to stop. My homie was biting me. He said I got booty fingers. Imagine someone telling you got the booty fingers. I bet you gonna stop biting your nails. Cause they telling me I'm digging in my booty and I'm eating my nails. I will not be humiliated. I think I just said that wrong. I don't care. I will not be a booty muncher. And if you eat booty, that's nothing wrong with you. But they saying I'm digging in my booty and eating my nails and digging in my booty again. I'm not that. I'm him. I'm not that. I'm not. So adjust. Don't be biting your nails and digging in your booty, because you not a booty. You don't have booty fingers, okay? But you will dig in your booty again if you don't adjust. If you don't constantly redirect yourself back into your focus. And the reason why I'm bringing these 2 cards up, because on the astro wheel, these 2 are opposites. These are the opposites of each other, right? So in order to be whole, you have to work with your opposite. And most people are not aware of their other definitive side of themselves. Like, we are not divinely aware of who we are and what we are. And if you don't know that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you need to understand that now and learn that through your life. Because before you even get to diving into things or hearing things about life or the world, you need to have a residual. I don't know what I just said. But you need to have a connection with yourself. And it takes time, but like, if you understand that this lifetime of yours is infinite, the lessons, the learnings, and there's a place you can go where you can learn infinitely and time won't affect you. But we'll say that for a different convo. But I hope you guys understood and fuck with this video heavy. If you like the video and you really felt like this video helped you, subscribe to my channel, join our Discord. You know, it's me and my brothers. We got some wise men. If you felt like, man, I was kidding you something, wait till you hear these brothers tell you about their lives, tell you about the things they conquered, and tell you about so much that you can learn from our experience, just from the things that they used their experience to make who they are and to create the great lives they have. So thank you for tapping in. If you ever want to donate to the cause, donate to the channel so we can do more things like this, I got some other things coming. So you can donate to the Cash App at AD4441. And that's pretty much it. You can join the Patreon. I have that down below. Book a reading from me. You can see that in the link tree, see where you can go, book in my calendar. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm happy and ready for my day. Got some plans, got some things intact, so, and I hope you're doing the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Peace.